do pull-ups right now.
Do you want me to?
Yes.
Where? Oh, you could bang one out.
Can you CGI this? Can you make it look like Can you make it look like Betty's doing them?
You woke me up for this.
This is good.
You got this?
We're giving this everything we got. Almost. Alpha. Hawk Tuah. Gotta spit on that thing.
Wow, that was so good.
Yeah, it took the world by storm.
She's the biggest thing in the world.
She's the biggest thing in the world.
Yeah.
It completely eclipsed the presidential election. No one's talking about that.
That's the new Tonight Show.
Yeah.
You know, I've done the Tonight Show. I'll never be as big as Hawk Tuah.
Yeah. Try and get. I'm sending my 5-minute tape to the Hawk Tuah girl, asking if I can go.
Yeah, it's good.
Just have her say it, and then I'll do my quick 5 minutes about my parents staying with me.
She's a nice lady, you know. We've all had moments.
I loved it. I was like, oh, this girl's the best. So endearing.
Can I tell you, like, I know her personally.
No, you don't.
Yeah.
No, you don't.
I mean, I don't want to make it about me.
Were you a participant of Hawk Tuah?
We don't talk about it in private life.
Okay. But you don't Hawk Tuah and tell?
I do not. I have in the past, and I regret it.
Well, you've grown.
You know, we grow.
Yes.
Yeah.
You know,
old Taylor, you would regale us with tales of Hawk.
I would tell you all the Hawk Tuahs. Wait. Did I just admit that I've Hawk Tuah'd and told? I've been Hawk Tuah'd.
You've been Hawk Tuah'd.
Respectfully.
You know what's funny is like, Me Too is bad, but Hawk Tuah is great. Well, so what is Me Too though?
Oh, wow.
Does that mean like you are a person who also Hawk Tuahs?
When you've been Hawk Tuah'd, that's what she says. Me Tuah, and you're like me tired. That's what you say.
It's like caveman. This is caveman sexuality.
Should we play the clip of the
caveman sexuality?
Is there anyone that doesn't know?
Who hasn't seen this? Play it anyway.
Why don't we play the clip for anyone who's been
who's been for Encino Man.
But
has been thawed out of ice.
Thaws out of ice to like before anything else.
This is the first.
Look at this.
Move in bed that makes a man go crazy every time.
Oh, you gotta give him that Hawk Tuah and spit on that thing. You get me?
I want to do a deep dive on this. This is just so fascinating. That was what? How long? 5 seconds?
Yeah, right.
5 seconds, and captured the world
before you could
storm.
Faster than your thumb can go like this.
Yes.
That's why it was
your thumb can't swipe away from it. You're already engaged. And also how interesting that in the world of media, guy just incel on the streets interviewing hot chicks is the genre of entertainment now. Like on 6th Street or in Nashville, just, hey, do you like when a guy fucks you? Like that's like the new Donahue or like Maury Povich.
The new Jaywalk.
Hey, before you go to this bar, how do you feel about sucking dick? and like that is, people are trying to make sitcoms. We're done with that. This is the new.
Yeah, funnily enough, I'm trying to sell a sitcom right now.
Good luck.
Just put the Hawk Tuah girl into the pitch.
Yeah,
she's a part of it.
But by the way, the guy who like he has a little recorder or like the little tiny little
microphone.
Recorder, but it's tiny microphone, and it's kind of old.
He's actually a giant.
It's a normal size microphone.
A regular size microphone.
He's bringing back that old Price is Right microphone.
That's a good
like
point.
The small tiny one, and like that's what they're doing. But you know, like he's going to people like the new thing I learned is what's your body count?
Oh,
like back in my day, that meant like how many people have you murdered?
Yeah,
like Rambo. What's your body count? Like,
what if they like interview a guy and he looks like Jeffrey Dahmer? He's like, it's 3. You go, I don't think. What kind of body count are you talking about? What kind are you talking about? He just slithers away.
Yeah. Well, to be fair to Jeffrey Dahmer, with respect, I think his body count in both ways is usually the same, isn't it?
Oh yeah, because he does. Because he doesn't waste the bear. He uses all pieces of it.
He's like a Native American in his murder and sexing.
But
nothing goes to waste.
Yeah,
he murders first. I don't know. I don't know.
Yeah, what's the process? Does he fuck first and then murder?
Is it weird that I want him to murder first?
No, I think
it's better for the person.
Classy.
If I had a choice, I would obviously murder me first.
Necrophilia is a victimless crime.
I don't want to have my last, experience is this before I go. I'm gone. Do what you need to me.
That's what I'm saying. Victimless
I'm
crime. It's like who cares?
It almost makes you mad at all these serial killers who are just like killing and then not doing they're wasting.
I know.
They're not using the whole
up your body count. What are you doing?
Seinfeld.
You want to have sex with him!
Fahim
You already killed him. Have sex with him.
Fahim is canceled. He'll be moving to Austin soon.
And then huge no.
He'll be on Saturday Night Live soon. But so I just want to brag real quick. So me and the Hawk Tuah girl, if you take a look at this screen, you'll see we're going on tour together.
Are you really?
I'm not making this up.
No.
I lie about this.
That's
Her
incredible.
first world comedy tour. I'm the special guest opening act.
Wembley Stadium in London.
We're booked for the next 2 years.
Whoa.
It's really
Caesar Superdome.
Wow.
Hard Rock Stadium.
yeah. I didn't even know these places.
Rogers Center.
Yeah,
This is huge.
We're doing the SoFi Stadium. We'll be there from June.
Does she do meet and greets?
June-
She just does this, like, by guys' crotches. Like,
She's
filming
been
Netflix
famous for like
special.
15 minutes and she's already going like, I don't want to do the Hawk Tuah thing. That's behind me. I've changed.
Oh, wait, have you
the
did you
book?
say that?
Yeah.
no.
I hope not.
Now she's all about,
Wellness,
yeah, now she's all about wellness.
crystals and wellness.
You know what's so smart about her is like she got her catchphrase. Like, as a comedian, we got to get her
My
done
God.
in the comedy class.
It takes you years before you get a catchphrase.
She got a catchphrase before she got her act, but that's why she's bringing me on the road with her. Like, remember Charlie Sheen did that tour? He brought
Tiger Blood.
Yeah.
Also, think about Larry the Cable Guy. It took him years before he got to get her done.
right.
Yeah.
Out the gate with Hawk Tuah.
Out the
Smart.
gate. First words she's ever said on camera, Hawk Tuah. Brilliant.
And I really appreciate the empowerment she's doing because, like, who gets the money from that clip is that jerk who's holding the
That's a
microphone.
good point.
She got $0 in this, but you know what? I'm getting paid $12 per show,
That's
and
good.
I have to pay for my own travel.
Huh, so you're in the red?
Sponsored by
You know
Prime.
what? But it's good exposure. You
That
never
is
know
good
who's in the
exposure.
audience.
Yeah.
And there's 40,000 people per show.
You know what the most exciting part about this flyer is for me is that you finally paid for Canva. That's awesome. I've been using
Is that a Canva template?
Yeah.
Or did he not paint? It says Canva across it. It's
Yeah.
like when you got those Vistaprint cards.
Watermarked.
Do you remember like back in the day when you still got business cards and shit?
Oh,
like as a
yeah.
comedian,
Oh,
you're like
yeah.
1 year in, you're like, I better get business cards.
Oh yeah.
I'm probably gonna be handing these out after my shows.
Oh, yeah.
And then you could pay a little extra to have the Vistaprint not on there, but we're little kids, and you go, nah, I don't need that. I'm still gonna have it say Vistaprint. Like so unprofessional.
Oh, dude.
Have a business card that still says Vistaprint.com. on
I
it.
paid for front and back of my first business card when I was like 15, handing them out to all these
I
comics.
have my parents' address on there.
Dude, I have my
Oh, like mailing address. Like who's? I'm like a year or two into comedy. Who's mailing comedians packages?
This flyer cost me $100.
wow.
No, did it?
Well, I spent for the membership. I already had the Canva membership, but
This is Canva Premium.
Can we go like thirdsies? Can I like if I need to make like a flyer myself? Just be like, yo, can I log in?
yeah, I'll let you do it. But I'll be on tour for a while, as you see. But
Yeah, until
sure.
2027.
I'll take note of the time zones when I
yeah.
go up.
If you're in Vancouver, August 1st to 10th, or like in Chicago, November 1st to December 24th, like come
I
out.
just want to watch. Like, can I get on the list? Would you throw me on the list?
She said no guest list. She's really into artists, supporting artists.
I have to pay.
Support white artists.
Sure.
Support.
Yeah.
yeah.
So we're excited. And anyway, come see Hawk Tuah Girl World Comedy Tour.
You'll also notice this is all in stadiums. It's because she's too young to get into any bars. Or,
So this is a loophole.
Yeah.
This is a workaround.
yeah.
I really respect that. Like, it's 21 and up a lot of places, and this way that she can go to the shows, underage people can go to the shows.
Right.
Do you think that her friend that was standing behind her during this was like was it like watching Picasso paint the
Do you think she like while it was happening, she's like a star is born?
yeah
Wow.
ascend,
Yeah. How crazy too to be like 1 foot away from superstardom.
right?
She was there.
Dude, after this video concludes, that girl just dematerializes, rematerializes on Good Morning America.
Pretty much.
Yeah. And Michael Strahan's like, what do you mean spitting on a dick? Yeah.
And the girl who's just standing next to her, she's like the Beatle who quit,
Yeah, exactly.
Wow, she's like those two girls in Destiny's Child who are like, I don't need you, Beyonce.
Yeah.
I can do this without you, Beyonce.
Do you think part of her is like, why didn't I say Hawk Tuah?
Yeah.
Why I could have said something like that and my life would be so different.
The amount of fame and stardom and riches you can get as long as you're sucking dick is amazing.
Yeah.
It's incredible.
If the internet has taught us anything,
Suck as many dicks as
as many
possible.
dicks as possible.
And tell people how you do
tell
it.
people, film it,
Yeah.
have a paywall.
Wow.
It's all great.
There's a funny thing. This is reminiscent of the Kim Kardashian sex tape, but in the Kim Kardashian sex tape, you
This
can
is
tell.
Full House version though.
yeah.
It's like Danny Tanner.
Yeah, I'm talking about the HBO original series, the Kim Kardashian sex tape.
But this is so true. This is like the full
Like grandma would be like, oh, I like her.
Yeah.
I love the Hawk
Hawk
Tuah, Tuah. That's sweet. It's not graphic. Everyone knows about sucking dick. It's just.
Should we try to make?
You know what it is? It's sort of like when you don't show the monster in a scary movie. So this is a way of being sexual without like being super graphic. This is sort of like an M. Night Shyamalan take on Hawk Tuahing.
Because all she really did was say some Native American words, and the internet went crazy.
Yeah, Hawk Tuah, and then spit on that thing. And then she had some southern flair, so that gets your red states.
Where
like
is this,
Alfred
Nashville?
Hitchcock kind of, you know?
Yes, you don't show the monster.
Oh my
Your imagination, because now you're imagining Hawk Tuah in graphic detail in your mind. But she just put it in your head.
How do we create our own? All she did was say things. She's wearing clothes. She's classy.
Yes, and she has a smile, and
She'd
it's.
be in Saudi Arabia saying this and not get arrested.
She
you know?
couldn't. She would be dead right now.
She gets stoned in this.
Yeah, that could never happen there. Already showing too much shoulder.
You're right.
She would have been carted away.
You're right.
Before she got to the mic.
Yeah, exactly.
But what's like, Joey? Like, I'm trying to help you go viral. Like,
thanks, man.
What could it be?
The trouble is, if we said anything like this on a man on the street, we would have to issue an apology.
Yeah.
Like you just gotta gargle that clam. You'd get fired, and then be like, I'm sorry, I've been growing, and I've been doing some soul searching, and that'll never happen again.
I love you gotta gargle that clam. That's good.
Well,
licky picky, you gotta gargle that clam.
And then a press release. I wasn't in my right mind when I gargle that clam.
Joey, please talk into my dog microphone. Joey,
Dog mic.
So, what's your advice to getting a girlfriend these days?
You gotta slurp it derpy and lick on that clam.
You immediately, hello?
Yeah.
My life is over.
It's my manager. You're mad at me? For why? The clam thing? But the Hawk Tuah. Hello?
Different because of the gender? But what? Hello?
Also, how off-putting it would be if this was a man talking about another man. We'd all be like, oh, okay, buddy.
Yeah.
Tone it. Like when my dad watches
There's a subsect that would like that, but it's
true.
not as universal.
But when my dad watches like Brokeback Mountain, he's like, okay, I understand. And then he watches
get it.
Watchmen, and he's like, oh, like a sex scene happens, and he like grabs his popcorn and settles down.
You mean like heterosexual fucking in The Watchmen, or what do you mean?
I mean heterosexual fucking doesn't bother him, but he hears a gay guy talk about sucking a dick, and he's like, whoa.
Right.
Alert the presses. There's a gay man on the television.
Back in the day, you did have to alert the presses.
Oh, yeah.
So that was...
Get him!
Get him. Get him, boys.
I just did a show that was an LGBTQIA plus showcase. Where they had a bunch of like trans comics and gay comics. And I was like, isn't it amazing that 30 years ago, this would have been a trap? They would have done this, and then they're like, why is there no audience? And the place starts burning.
It's like when they do that come pick up your free boat to like criminals.
Yeah.
Like, I'm here for the free boat. What?
Yeah.
Or it's like To Catch a Predator. I like how they always come up Mike's Hard Lemonade for some reason.
Yeah, it's always Mike's Hard Lemonade.
Yeah, they're like the unofficial sponsor of... yeah. Because it's like lemonade, but it's wacky lemonade.
Yeah.
So you get to trick the kids.
Those commercials were dangerous because like when Mike's Hard Lemonade came out, I thought that I was a teenager and I was like, I want that.
Yeah,
He's like,
good.
lemonade, but cool.
It tastes like lemonade. So of course it's the perfect.
Yeah.
Those commercials.
So I've heard.
Why?
Like I'm just backtracking.
Well, now we have Sunny D seltzer.
No.
Yeah, we have
Really?
Sunny D seltzer. Yeah, we do.
It's
we
alcohol?
have breast milk seltzer.
Wait.
Yeah.
No.
You can buy.
You get a mom drunk and they wait 12 hours.
Yeah.
Drink a bunch of Trulies and then she goes, have at it, boys. At the barbecue and all the guys.
I love this motion that she's
Have at it,
unfurling her
boys.
boobs
Yeah.
for you.
You gotta unveil them.
What? Oh,
Yeah.
that
It's like a
lady's
red carpet.
An older woman.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's like in the cartoons when the tongue rolls.
Yeah.
Oh.
Wow. That, by the way,
Hold it back up.
this is a genius move, by the way, of companies. Like it's long. It's the waiting game marketing. Okay, guys, we're gonna come out with candy for kids, right? So like a fruit of the loom is under.
That's what.
What's the
It's
bubble
misleading.
tape?
I ate a lot of pears before I found out. I go, this is not candy. I was in Target. And I go, this is underpants.
This is the worst candy I have ever
I'm
had.
returning this candy.
But we
The big man in the grapes and the big man in the apple told me that I was going to love this.
So what's the
You
hype?
come out with some kind. I mean, they kind of do it. Like that's what like made Big League Chew was like. Oh, this is fun gum.
Like
But then,
tobacco.
And then in 20 years, you're like, oh, I'm chewing tobacco because it's like the it's like
candy cigarettes.
It's like Big League
It's
Chew.
like grooming for drugs.
It
or-
totally is, but that's why they make a lot of stuff illegal. But like the Juul cig or the Juul vapes or whatever. But like they should do that for like branded candy, like Jolly Ranchers, you know. So like everyone loves a Jolly Rancher. I'm picking the wrong.
Yeah,
you know?
Yeah, is there a Jolly Rancher kind of like Truly or?
That's what they should do.
Yeah.
You know what they have like for adults? Like they kind of do this, but they have like stuff powder you can put into like water.
Oh
They
yeah.
have like flavored like
Liquid IV and stuff.
like Sour Patch Kids. Like you can just drink like poison sugar.
Yeah.
Seen this
They
stuff?
do have that.
Yeah.
I haven't seen like hard like just actual candy that you pour, but I've seen like
No, it's not the
Gatorade
candy, it's
ones.
like powder. I can't tell
I
you.
don't think you can make alcohol into a powder.
No, not
It's not alcohol.
Yeah, it's just literally just for flavor. Sour Patch Kids.
Yeah. Have you been to CVS recently?
I have.
They
Was
got
there last night.
I've been going there a lot recently because I fell for this scam. I knew it was a scam when I did it. When you go there, have you guys done this? When you go there, they go, "Would you like to become a member?" And then it's only like $5 a month, and then you get $10 back every month. So I'm like, oh yeah, I get free $5 every month. This is great. But now I stress myself out.
I haven't been to CVS this month.
Wait, you have to buy something from CVS or what do you
No,
mean?
you pay $5 a month to be a CVS member.
Okay.
And they give you $10 a month. So it's $5. They give
But
you
it doesn't
$5
roll
a
over.
month. It doesn't roll over. So I stress myself out so hard to have to be at CVS every month.
Yeah, that's why they do.
I know. I like paid myself. I'm like, I haven't been to so I go there. I'm like, and then I buy. I don't need anything. I'm like,
Wait, I don't.
Vagisil, I guess.
Do you have to buy something every month to get the 10 back?
Oh yeah. If you don't, you only. I gave them $5.
Yes.
They're offering me $10 back, and if I don't go there for a month, they keep my $5.
Yeah, GameStop does the same.
I had to cancel it. Who does GameStop does it?
GameStop does the same
What's
thing.
GameStop's version?
Same thing. It's like you pay $5 and they give you $5 of store credit, and then it doesn't roll over. So I'm like, oh, I got to go to GameStop on the 31st and buy
Like,
something.
why would you do this?
You're a healthier person than we are.
Yeah.
Unless you know you're always in GameStop, you go, all right, this makes sense.
Guilty.
Well, then it's fine.
But that's why
That's where all my toys come from.
That's why I know about these weird like flavored sugar powders. Because I'm looking around CVS, I'm like, "Ugh, maybe I do need to get some new socks here.
Like
Like,
such a half step. Just like, is water so bad?
but it costs more. Wait, what are you saying?
No, like I never have water, and I'm like, oh, I wish this was like a grosser version.
I don't buy,
of a Sour Patch Kid.
I don't buy this stuff, pal. I just go into weird corners of CVS that most
And you
people
see
don't.
it. Ah,
I like this water. I wish it tasted like there were sweet tarts melted at the bottom.
right. Yes. This whole phase of like, okay, spruce up your water and squeeze this shit into it. It seems so gross to me. I don't know who's buying this.
Oh, dude, my parents.
Get an iced tea.
Yeah.
If you want something kind of light, get a soda.
Yeah.
Get something legitimate.
Yeah.
Don't squeeze shit in the water.
Yeah.
Just have water or make the leap to a real drink.
Yeah, why are you trying to?
It's like you're trying to make a puddle taste good. Or something.
you're making juice. That's what you're
Yeah.
doing. You're turning water into juice.
Yes, it's unnecessary. You're just making a really, really watered down thing. Just have water.
I agree.
And when you're mentally ready for some flavor, step up.
I've been trying to get my parents to drink water. So my mom drinks Diet Cokes and my dad drinks Gatorade. And the only
Not
time they
bad
can
though.
have
In
water,
the grand scheme of beverages, those don't seem like terribly
as opposed to what, gasoline?
No, say like regular Coke.
Fentanyl.
That's true.
Yeah.
Could be fentanyl.
I,
I'm gonna say that
That'd be a
every
good
time.
commercial, like squeeze fentanyl into water. It just shows a guy like in a meeting.
Have you seen? They have those like water bottles that like have the smell of beverages.
Yeah.
Like they have fruit flavors. There's a soda flavor. So every time you drink it, it has a scent.
Is life so boring?
Sure.
this is what we gotta do. There's like 24 hours in a day. You go, all right, I'll get a thing that make my water smell. That'll make this life easier.
People don't like water.
Yeah, a lot of people don't like water.
Yeah, what is that?
I don't know.
There's a lot of things I talked, and there's life. Can I tell you what I've learned in therapy? There's a lot of people where life is very different for them than it is for us or other people.
I think it's different for every person, but I keep going.
But like I said to her like I was on YouTube and there was on the algorithm it sent me this guy who's just landscaping for an hour. Like, like we're told like quick videos, quick clips, jump cut, whatever.
Yeah.
This guy is like long form landscaping, just like trimming grass on a sidewalk, whatever. 4 million views, hour-long video. And I watched it, I skipped through just to understand, why do people want to see this? And like there's a part where a guy calls the cops on him because like, what are you doing around here? But like otherwise he's just trimming stuff, and that's his whole channel. And I was telling her like, there's these video games now that I guess have probably always been around, but like simulators of like power washing. Like I have PS Plus, there's like Netflix for video games, so you can try out games without paying for them. There's a game where you're truly just cleaning cars and power washing them, but it's realistic simulator. So you're not killing bad guys. You don't like wash the car and then race around town. It's washing. There's a game where you're mowing a lawn, and you have to get every part without missing it. And then there's one game, like lastly, like Death Stranding, which is a Kojima game, who's like a Mozart of video game, and it has all these movie stars in it, and the graphics are amazing, and the storyline is amazing. But then once the story is done, and the music's amazing, and it's beautiful, and like you could cry watching the story. But then once you start playing, it's a walking simulator, which means like you got to transport these things across this entire land. So you have to put packages on your body, but you have to make it so like you don't fall over. So you have to hold your body up while climbing up mountains. And it's like hours and hours of just walking across land. I said to my therapist, I don't understand why do people want to do this? Like, and she's like, there's a lot of people who don't experience life, and they don't do things. They don't touch grass, as they say. And this is their way of experiencing things.
When's the last time you've mowed a lawn?
30
How old are you?
years ago. I used to have to do it like the old style, like the one where you have to push the thing.
Oh yeah.
And it's not electric.
That's level 1 of the game. Level 2, you get a motor.
But are these games fun? Does this sound?
Yeah, that'd be funny. Like you're on a riding mower, and then you finish the lawn, and then all the credits. Like you beat the game, you drink lemonade, and then all these Japanese programmers' names come up. Like, like you have mowed the lawn.
The after
That's the
credit
last
scene
lawn.
is your wife giving you a blowjob for mowing the lawn.
Hawk Tuah.
Hawk Tuah's on it.
You get a little.
Can we, John, pull up? If you just Google trucking simulator rig.
Oh, I've seen this.
That's the intense thing that I think is going to blow his
Just
mind.
get a job at that point. Just get a job as a trucker when your rig is this
Trucking
sophisticated.
companies are putting ads into Trucking Simulator, the game,
Like,
saying
get a
like,
job.
we need drivers. We're willing to pay blah, blah, blah,
How
whatever. the
fucking
fuck.
cool would that be?
Right?
You're like doing you're playing Gran Turismo, like, looking for race car drivers. You go, no, I can do that.
So this is like what the drug and alcohol companies do for kids. Wow, Mom, when I grow up, I want to be a truck. I want to be an ice road trucker. Okay, Billy.
But for some reason, the simulators aren't popular with the youth.
No.
It's only when life is beating you down, you're like, I want to get a $50,000 simulator and just drive a big rig.
Yeah.
For some reason, we don't want to do twisted metal. We don't want to shoot people anymore. We just want to mow the lawn.
Do you know why? Because Twisted Metal is happening outside our door pretty much all the time now. We don't want to play.
Our life is chaos.
Yeah,
We
our
want
life-
peace.
We want just like
And when you're a kid, it's all peace and you want chaos.
we want that pre 9/11 bliss, dude.
Wow.
Whoa, that's what it is. Pre 9/11 bliss.
Pre 9/11 bliss. Bottle that shit. Put it in your water, huh?
Well, I call it post 9/11 bliss. No, I'm just kidding.
This post 9/11, it's finally good. Look at this.
So this is like you go.
This is in their living room.
Oh, you buy a whole.
They buy a gaming PC and then a rig and 4 screens that they put on their front, and they basically make the cabin of a truck into their living room or their gaming room or whatever to play Trucking Simulator. And all of these trucking companies are like desperate for drivers.
Also, yeah.
Oh my God. Can I tell you, I did a USO tour, and we went to, I want to say it was in San Antonio or somewhere in Texas. And we were like at an army base, and they let us do this simulation of what they do to train to be like, to kill people.
Hell yeah.
And so it was like one of these things, like we're in but the graphics were like really old. And the gun they give you is like a real gun, basically, like the size of it and the weight of it. So it was like bad graphics, and like we had to get out and like shoot the screen and like whatever. It was like legit traumatizing for me. It was uncomfortable. I felt bad, and the graphics were bad, and I couldn't hold the gun up, and I had to stop and like.
So imagine how more traumatizing it would be if the graphics were good.
Yeah.
You're like, those polygons.
Yeah.
Oh, no.
Oh my God, these 32-bit Afghani people I'm shooting.
Sorry.
How dare you?
It's the Middle East.
No, we were helping them.
He's
not.
He's Afghani.
Bro, I was a polygon.
He's Afghani.
I don't represent this podcast.
Which generation are you, by the way?
My parents came here, so then I was born in Seattle. So I wasn't born there. I was born here.
Have you been?
No.
I have a friend who went and he brought his kid. He said it was like a wonderful experience.
Probably not now. I don't know.
No, but like in the last 5 years.
It's just it's like double dutch. It's always like, when's the right time to go? And
Yeah.
it's never a great time to go. There's
You don't
always
hear a
something
lot of
going on
people
there. Yeah,
in
there's
the
no
Middle
summer
East.
home.
I feel the same way about LA though.
LA?
Yeah,
I feel like in the grand scheme of things, LA's a little better than Afghanistan right now.
that's true.
I don't know. If you've been downtown, there's a lot of tents.
I don't know. I went out to my CVS for the 6th time this month, and there was a man outside asking for money, and I was like, I may as well be in Afghanistan. I get so funny to have all those people that I don't know.
Zero perspective.
Like,
Rabbit
I tell
hole.
you,
Yeah,
like
exactly.
I've talked to people in other countries. Like I talked to someone in Israel who, like, growing up as like a Jewish kid, like oh, Israel sounds so scary because there's always suicide bombings and stuff. Like that seems like the place not to go. Israeli people hearing about all the mass shootings that we have in America, they're like, I'm scared to come to America. Anyways, the whole world's a nightmare.
Yeah.
But can I tell you what's not a nightmare?
Athletic Greens. They go, hey, could you not intro the product like that anymore? You always do something really morbid, and then and then you were talking about death and stuff and bombings, and then you just launch into Athletic Greens. Something sunnier before you bring up the product.
Can I tell you, Joey taught me about something that really inspired me. I don't know if you've heard of this. This is a new phenomenon. It's called Rawdogging.
Yeah.
I've just, maybe in the last week, I've been hearing about it. Like guys going on flights for 8 hours and just staring
Yeah.
at the seat.
It's
no,
staring.
no reading, no headphones.
It's the flight trackers that you're supposed to be
flight-
staring at.
You're supposed to stare at the flight tracker and not listen to music. You're supposed to not talk to people. And you're supposed to stay awake.
That's how I end up on a don't fly list.
Yeah. You sit on a plane like this.
Raw dogging if you're white.
Yeah.
If you are Middle Eastern or South Asian and you're just
sitting
staring
there.
at the flight logger,
Yeah.
do you know how many people are like, boom, boom? You go, no, I'm raw dogging. What is? I'm raw dogging. Okay, the air marshal's gonna come.
Yeah.
No, I don't listen to music or play my PS.
I'm watching the flight tracker.
Yeah, no. it's
All
not
right, sir.
Yeah. No, I'm using my imagination to entertain myself. Sure, tell it to the judge.
That is really funny because all the clips of Rawdogging Flights are like young
Bros.
white bros. Yeah, exactly.
Yes, it's not a guy with a beard and a turban. Just,
Can you pull up one of the clips? It's like viral thing on TikTok is people raw dogging on the plane. So just raw dogged it, 15-hour flight to Melbourne. No music, no movies, just flight map. I counted to 1 million twice. And this guy says he did it.
hold on, curious though. If he's filming himself, that's not raw dogging.
Right. So
That's
it's
true.
it's a lot of honor policy going on here.
Lies.
Yeah.
You know who I respect? The guy who raw dogs and doesn't tell anybody about it.
Exactly.
That's like Kung Fu the Legend Continues.
Yeah.
Like, who is this guy?
The guy that was sitting there saw this trend and was like,
Didn't pull his phone out to document it, tells no one.
Yeah.
That guy is like a Jeffrey Dahmer type. He's not doing it for the trend.
Wow, Dahmer got 2 shout outs.
got 2
so
shout
far.
outs.
That's huge.
Put up big numbers,
He's
you know?
our sponsor today, Jeffrey Dahmer. Normalize raw dogging long flights. Willingly book the middle seat. Don't sleep. Don't listen to music. Don't watch anything.
I'm gonna next level it. Be like, guys,
don't-
I'm raw dogging and I'm not using the bathroom.
Yeah.
I'm just,
Or what about
Make
that?
myself.
Naked. Why are you wearing clothes?
Well-
That's not raw dogging.
well, that's illegal, I would think, right?
That's true. I don't know for whites.
That's a good.
Can we do that?
point.
Can you Google that? Google, can whites be naked on
whites be
planes?
Naked on planes. Siri, can whites be naked on planes?
So part of the thing is you're supposed to appreciate your normal life more. So like you're supposed to experience this. So then when you're back into real life, you're like, hey, it's not so bad. I could be on a flight to Australia.
Yeah, I don't get people that have that like the monk thing. They like take all the external pleasures away from you to realize like what's inside. That's why we have external pleasures. Why not? When are we gonna find ourselves in a cave?
And I'm sure people back in the day would at least like talk to someone. You know,
Yeah.
the early days of flight.
I love that
they wouldn't just they would smoke and shit.
I love those
everyone wasn't
pictures.
just in like fancy suits like that.
I love those videos of people being like, look at them. No one's looking at their phones, just living in the moment. And then it's a picture of like a train from the 40s and everybody's reading a newspaper.
Yes.
We just want to avoid talking to each other.
Our newspaper is in here.
Yeah.
We just shrunk the newspaper down.
I
That's
think
it.
I'm looking at big boobies on Instagram. No, I'm
Sure.
reading the Washington Post.
And also, if you gave a phone to one of those fuckers, they'd be all over it.
Oh my God, yeah.
It's just because it wasn't there.
This is like this is a very Gen Z thing of like it's hard for people from your age to just
Oh yeah,
be,
it is hard.
And this is their way of rebelling. Like,
Yeah.
I don't want to be like my brother or sister. I'm going to unplug.
Do you remember that guy that opened the door during the flight like a year or two ago?
Vaguely.
That was because he forgot his headphones.
No.
Yeah.
Really?
He was just like, I gotta restart, turn around. I want to watch Castaway.
my friend.
Terrible movie to watch on a plane, by the way.
That's
Castaway.
a good point. Yeah.
Yeah.
Why is that there?
Don't watch Castaway, Lost, or porn. Yeah.
I don't watch plane crash porn. That's my genre. We're going down.
I was on a flight. The guy next to me was watching the movie Flight, where Denzel Washington turns the plane upside down. And I felt like they shouldn't have that as an option on the menu of movies you could watch.
The guy on the plane next to me was watching like a movie with naked ladies.
Nice.
And I was like blown away by his alphaness. Because like if I ever see someone with naked people, even though it's on the like the I'm just like, you know what I mean?
Right.
He was just like
Raw dogging it.
He goes, well, they shouldn't have it as an option if I can't see this.
They do have that as an option a lot of the time. I watched
Sex scenes and stuff.
the Billie Holiday show on Hulu, and there's like a full on like long nude scene.
Or Winning Time when Jerry West is like fucking for like 20 minutes. There's no one needs to see Jerry West fuck this passionately.
Right.
But for some reason there's a scene in Winning Time where he's just like all sweaty. And
Yeah.
And I'm like, how long is this scene?
That's because Jerry West came out at the first season of Winning Time and was like, you guys are depicting me like an asshole. And then season 2, they're like, what if we make you fuck good?
And he's
He's like,
like,
oh, okay.
that'd be kind of cool. Yeah.
I'm going to die real quick.
But was he making Jay Moore's new wife, or was he making the owner of the ice house in that scene?
Oh, I don't know.
Wow.
That's
That's a deep cut
Make
for
the owner of the ice house.
LA comedy.
Yep.
I didn't know.
The owner of
love
the
that.
Lakers 2K.
That's for you 80-year-olds that watch our podcast.
Main demo.
Look at this woman. So this woman, my mom's beige flag is that she raw dogs every flight, no matter how long. This is her on a 9-hour flight. No iPad, no headphones, no book. At least she's comfy. Go girl. It's everyone's insane. Oh, but like, so my friend produced a show on YouTube Red, the show Foursome that I was on. Were you on Foursome?
I was on
We're both
Foursome.
co-stars of Foursome.
How do you not know that?
We
did
different
know that.
episodes, you know? But we're both. It's like Tom Hanks. He
did background.
He goes, no one's allowed to talk to me on set. That's why we may have missed each other. But
you know what it
Both
is?
of us have clauses. No eye contact. Like you choose to have eye contact for this podcast, but once you leave, you go, is Taylor standing next to me still?
Are we rolling? Are we rolling?
The pod- yeah.
I will not look.
That'd be funny. Like the lead actor doesn't want you to make eye contact, and then he comes in. Luckily, he's an asshole. He's just like,
And it's like, don't try to make eye contact because it's
very hard.
It's really hard for you.
does he have a huge ego? No, it's just very difficult. You don't know which eye
His
to.
eyes are moving all over the place.
So are we doing scene 1 or scene 2?
Did you ever have taken acting class where they make you do that? They're like, look at someone's eyes for 5 uninterrupted minutes.
Oh, they do all these exercises in acting classes. That's one of them.
Yeah.
Just like, and then some girls will cry at the end of every exercise, no matter what it is. He's like, say what you had for lunch. I had a chicken sandwich. It had pickles, and the pickles are. And then he starts massaging her, like, it's okay, yeah. You're gonna get the process.
Use this. Access
and
this.
go.
But I was gonna say this on the show. It's this show with a whole bunch of like Gen Z YouTube people who are being put in acting roles, and she was saying how these kids didn't know how to act in an elevator. Just act like you're just in an elevator. They don't know the doopy 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 doo. They don't have doopy doopy doo. They have
No, what do you mean?
they don't know how to be uncomfortable in silence, and like they don't know how to ride.
Because they're looking at their phones. I go in an elevator pretty much right away. I'm looking.
So they don't know how to be in an elevator without being on
Watch
their phone?
this. This is my impression of a 38-year-old on an elevator. And then Joey, do your impression of a 28-year-old on an elevator.
3, please. Thanks. He's a fucking creep. There's a creep next to me just raw dogging this elevator ride. Not looking at
That'd be bad if you can't even raw dog an elevator.
Yeah, I can't raw dog an
That's
elevator,
these
dude.
next generation. They can't raw dog an elevator.
I can't raw dog
Really?
anything. The only thing I can raw dog is a beautiful woman.
Nice.
Nice.
Our next sponsor is
Valtrex.
I just went to, when I go to therapy, I have to go, it's on the 4th floor. And every time I go, it's like I'm either getting there right as the person that's right before me is leaving. And just last time, the guy that was right before me forgot like his jacket or something upstairs. So I see him in the lobby. He goes, like does that little micro theater everybody does when they have to let strangers know that they've forgotten something. Turns around, raw dog the elevator ride up 4 floors, and the whole time I'm thinking like, what's an appropriate like, what are you in here for? Like, what do you guys talk about? Is she cool to you? Do you think she says too much? Like, I wanted to say something, and then
little Yelp review in the hallway.
Yeah. But in real life, every time I get in an elevator, I go, 3, please. I stand there and I wait, like, when's the appropriate time for me to go, have a good day, and leave. I just can't, I don't feel that.
When the doors open, you could be like
Yeah.
Do you say something?
I usually do.
I have such...
Boy, it'd be shitty if this thing fell to the floor, huh? I hope these doors open back up.
what if the doors never open and we're stuck in here? Then we're just bones decomposing.
How do you feel about people farting in an elevator?
By the way, check out Fahim's new comedy special. What's it called?
Thank you. It's called House Money. It's on my YouTube channel.
Fahim Anwar, side quick commercial. One of the funniest comics on the planet. He's beloved, hilarious. Check out Fahim Anwar stand-up new special.
Thank you.
So I had a resurgence in the Google algorithm. But like I had a little lull in my career. It's a roller coaster. When you type in, get your Google fingers ready, John. If you look up Taylor Williamson CrossFit, go to CrossFit. This person showed up as the first thing.
Oh.
This became the #1 thing on Taylor Williamson.
Oh, wow. They're like competing in CrossFit.
Look up photos.
How crazy is it? Because like I'm sure that Taylor Williamson knows about you.
Oh yeah,
you just inadvertently are tracking each other's lives from your Google name.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Do it.
Thank you.
Who's to say they're not the same person?
That's a good point.
So-
I've never seen them in the same room.
I've never seen him in the same room either.
So I wish.
How are you hiding those muscles,
Do
Taylor?
pull-ups right now.
Do you want me to?
Yes.
Where? Oh shit.
I would pay so much. I would pay so much money to watch Taylor do a pull-up.
Can you please make it look like how much money will you pay?
Honestly, $5,000.
Would you really?
Yeah.
Is this a verbal contract?
This is a verbal contract, and you have to do it on the podcast.
Okay.
Shirtless.
You could bang one out.
Can you make it? Can you CGI this? Can you make it look like? Can you make it look like Betty's doing them?
She's like, you woke me up for this.
This is good. What does bad friends do that we don't? What are we not doing here?
You got this?
We're giving this everything we got. We almost called this podcast "Throwing Everything at the Wall."
By the way, look, this is how ventriloquists do it on America's Got Talent. Do you get it?
Yeah. Because your lips aren't moving?
Joey, I got a question for you.
Yeah.
How alpha were you this week?
Good transition.
Ooh.
Look at that segue.
Transit.
Honestly, my my alpha-ness this week is a little vulnerable. I've been smoking pot pretty much every day since I was about 17 years old, and I have since Monday decided to take a break, and I'm not smoking pot. And boy, will I tell you, I feel like a fucking drug addict because my body is like shutting down.
I could imagine.
Like my hands are, my
palms
are sweaty. I can't sleep. I'm like getting shakes and anxious. It's humiliating. All because I let little devil's lettuce every night for the last 10 years.
Can I tell you 2 things sincerely? That's on a scale of 1 to 10. That's a 10 on alphaness. I really admire that. You're a role model.
Yeah.
Wow.
And
I will be smoking again. And it will make me feel high again, and that's why I'm doing it. Follow the camera that's like...
Well, it's maybe like a 5.
No,
but can I tell you if this makes you feel better? Can you come here?
I'm not lying about the sweaty palms thing.
Can I tell you? You want to hold his hand too? Are you okay?
Yeah, why not?
They're pretty clammy, Fahim.
Can I make you feel
Oh,
better?
yeah.
Joey, can I make you feel better?
Yeah, please.
Can I make you feel validated with your choice?
Hurry up.
Baby's like, let me go. Can I tell you, I really admire that you're done smoking weed. I've never smoked weed in my life, and this is what happens when you do that. And I hope that brings you solace in your decision.
It does.
You're going to be just like...
Yeah, let me light up real quick. So this doesn't happen. But it is hard. It is tough. It is doing anything, and I'm patting myself on the back. And for anyone else dealing with substance issues, which I know it sounds like weed isn't a substance issue, but my new substance abuse therapist says that it is.
Oh,
that's amazing.
And it doesn't hurt to try and to show that you can do it.
Yeah.
And,
you know, the coolest thing about doing fentanyl is stopping after that first time.
So that it hits you harder the second
time. So you can wait a little bit and it keeps hitting you.
Okay.
Like that 16-year-old fentanyl high again.
Joey, raw dog in life.
Raw dog in
Hot
life.
dog in.
Yeah. And so far, much worse. It's harder. But
So how would you rate that?
Let's see.
Zero
talk
being
it out
like
if you need-
0 being like letting somebody have sex with your wife in front of you. 10 being like
That alpha?
winning a war.
Well, that's 0. That's 0, right?
Yeah.
That's not alpha.
No, not alpha.
Or is it so alpha?
Or is it like, dude,
so secure?
show her what you got?
Right.
It really depends on it's how you view the world. It's like glass half full, glass half
Yeah.
empty. Some guys view that as alpha. Like,
Yeah.
she's just my wife, and I like to see her get pounded.
Yeah.
You're right. It's
I'm not insecure.
but on Joey's perspective, it's like cuck.
Do your worst.
It's like cuck. It's like Joey has in the previous episode. Joey says on scale of Zick, cuck to Donald Trump. Like that's the alpha scale.
I've said that.
That's what Joey said.
I think I said that.
It may have been cut out.
Idea
But
for like an app. It's sort of like guys who are into like cucking and stuff.
Yeah.
Like it's almost like Uber Pool. So it's like floor seats so you can sell different seats to like cucking at a hotel room or whatever. So it's not just one guy. There's like 5 guys.
That's
you have like
fun.
popcorn and stuff. You're like Jack Nicholson just watching someone get pounded on the bed.
Can't sell out a show at the belly room, but you can sell out
Yeah,
a Hilton room.
Like cuck pool.
But you know what's so
Cuck
interesting?
pool. That's good.
You know what's so smart about that is like the guy who's paying the money is the guy who's
Wife it is. Or,
right. So like everyone who's watching is
Yeah, it's like Turo.
you get paid. Wow.
Like I have this wife. I might as well.
I
make
barely
money
use
off-
it. Now that I work from
I have
home,
this wife. It's just sitting there.
No, but
I
you-
might as well make money off of her.
But I was thinking, no, you're paying the guy.
What?
It's a real cuck move. Is you're paying the guy to make love to your wife.
do you know what she's getting paid in?
Well, then hold on. Then you have your hands in a bunch of pots. So like I think the guy pays you to fuck the wife.
Yeah.
And then the cucks pay you to watch it.
Yeah.
So you're like Ticketmaster. You're getting money off of the resale. You just have your hands in every hole that isn't your wife.
So many side businesses. So how would you how alpha is?
George Clooney had a choice. He could have done Casamigos Tequila, or he could have started Cuck Pool, and he chose
Cuck
wrong.
pool's mine.
Yeah,
no
cuck
one,
pool's
no one
Steve's.
take. Like, I wonder if there's any cucks in the radius. You put your radius in and it knows.
Yeah, I honestly got a Cuck offer after a show at the Punchline.
Nice.
And it was one of those moments where it's like you never think it's going to happen to you. It's like falling in quicksand. Like I've been prepared for this moment my whole life.
Yeah.
But I never thought it was going to actually happen. And the minute that it actually was proposed to me, I had the thought of like, I can't have sex with somebody if the person I'm having sex with is watching me do it. That's hard enough. Some other guy in the corner that I'm like,
Yeah.
what do I can't do that. It's a nightmare.
Yeah.
Just disappointing 2 people.
I feel like comics get preyed on a lot for that. Because I think, people who do that stuff maybe view us as broken toys. We're on the road.
Oh,
Like,
yeah.
we're easy prey.
Yeah.
We're almost like a hitchhiker or something.
So
We're like a sexual hitchhiker to them.
Oh, interesting.
Like, he's sad.
Yeah. I'd like to watch this poor little guy fuck my wife.
Well, he would probably love it. Who's he gonna tell? He's a fucking comic.
You know what it is like I think it's kind of like I have in my single life been like, oh, I would date somebody who I can't be in a relationship with, you're like you have kids, like it's an easy out, like so like maybe that's their thought point is like, oh, he's not gonna try to steal my wife. And then it's kind of like
Yeah, he's just passing through town.
And
He's in
yeah.
El Paso for
Yeah, he's like the
weekend.
ringleader of a circus.
Where you're like, I liked your wife so much, I'm setting up shop here.
and
Like, no, don't you gotta go on tour?
You gotta
Nah, we're battling it out now. I love her.
I love her. I'm gonna try and make the one comedy club here work.
Yeah, the guy who fucks your wife is now fighting for her. He's like, no, I'm not gonna let anybody watch her.
Do you think
I love her that much.
the guy that's the cuck that is watching it happen ever sees them look in each other's eyes with like love and passion? It's like,
My God,
stop it!
he's so-
Stop it! Hey,
There's gotta be one of them where he just sees them falling in love while fucking.
Yeah.
He's like, I've made a huge mistake.
yeah.
I'm losing my wife. He just has front row seats to his marriage. Just like- he goes, that was fun, huh?
I hired you to fuck my wife, not make love to my wife.
I'm paying you less. I was gonna tip you.
Hey,
go ahead.
I'm gonna switch. I'm gonna pivot. So you go.
I was gonna say
Oh, the
like,
alpha,
what-
the scale.
what do you rate him?
I give it like a 7 or 8.
Nice. That's nice.
Yeah.
So I guess I'll go next.
Please.
Yeah.
So
Think of one if you got one.
Okay, I got yeah.
My alpha move this week was I was on an airplane a couple of days ago and there was a woman in my window seat I had a window seat, and I was like, ugh. And I've had this happen a couple times in my life in my 20 years of traveling as a comedian, where someone, it's like an older woman, they go, oh, but do you mind if I sit here? And then I've gone, it's okay. And I don't respect myself.
Not today.
Yeah.
Because, and I've given it up. And I don't care if you're a mom now. I don't care if you're 90 years old. My health matters also. I booked this. I paid money for this. I'm going to get my window seat.
Yeah.
And it was awkward.
For them, I don't give a shit.
I
They
looked-
did this.
I didn't do it.
You bought your seat.
I bought my seat. I own that seat.
Yeah, I'm sorry the Delta app confuses you, Grandma.
Look at your
Get
ticket.
The fuck out.
Yeah. So this was like a mom type lady, you know?
I don't give a shit.
Yeah.
That was her decision.
And thank you. Exactly.
Is that what you said?
I double checked. Because I know I was 1,000% sure
Yeah.
I picked window seat on my app. So and I double checked. Like it's a very confusing. It's like it's a DEF. And there's like the window. I'm like, okay.
Yeah.
And I was like, Miss, and I'm really sorry, but you're. I didn't say I'm really sorry. I'm getting better at that. I don't apologize. Someone bumps into me, I don't say sorry. I'm really working on my alphaness, you know.
Good for you, it shows.
And the show was almost alpha, but by the end of the season, and by the end of the series, in the next 10 years to 10 episodes, I'll be able to say, anyways, not say apologize. So I said, Miss,
Very alpha of you.
thank you. I said, Miss, I believe you're in my seat. See, you know, and then she's looked at me and she's like, that's the aisle. And then I double checked and I saw she was correct.
Oh no.
And I died inside. And she happened not to be white. And then my white guilt kicks in on another level.
Oh, yeah.
On another
You're like,
level.
am I trending on Twitter?
Yeah.
Like,
no.
I'm
Is my
canceled.
life over?
I have to move to Austin with Fahim. And but what happened is I got upgraded to Delta Comfort.
Nice.
And then they have the option, do you want aisle or window? I always pick window, but they gave me aisle. And anyway, so I sat there and then like halfway through the flight, I'm just like, Miss, I just want to say, like, I want you to know, like, I got upgraded.
You just turn to her and you go,
But then I felt
You go, cool.
yeah, we cool?
We cool.
I posted the black square. We cool?
anyways, but I would like to argue in defense before you give me the points as my defense attorney. I'd like to argue that is the alphaness. It doesn't matter if I was right or wrong.
It's alpha in principle.
Thank you. The alphaness
Yeah.
is to
Not
man
a
up
result.
and to thank you. And I spoke up for myself.
Yeah.
Even if I was wrong, regardless.
Yeah.
That's what the cops say when they shoot the wrong person.
Yeah.
They
Hey.
go, I thought they were a threat.
I stood up for myself. That's what they say.
So
Stood up for
please-
I
myself.
stood my ground.
When they're like, did you shoot that kid? Pretty alpha. On a scale of 1 to 10. Fahim, do you? Oh, let's rate it.
Oh, yeah.
You accosted a woman of color for the seat she paid for. I give that a 2. Fahim?
We're trying to frame it as like a 10 alpha. Yeah. The 10 alpha on my end, if I ever heard it. Like, sure, there was a slight mix up and everything, but 10 alpha across the board.
Do you have
for the record, I didn't ask her. She's a woman of color, by the way. Like
you just
You just
assumed?
used your eyes.
assumed. Yeah, as a respect.
nice.
And it's very alpha of me to not bring that up.
You're in my seat. I see race, by the way.
You're,
You know.
I think it's alpha in principle.
Yeah, yeah.
But yeah, it's a calamity.
You're supposed to see color now, by the way. Do you know about this?
Yeah.
As an ally, it used to be the
you don't see
PC
color.
term is I don't see color. I'm colorblind. That's what you're supposed to say. Now you're supposed to, now you're racist if you say
Yeah.
I'm colorblind. That's like what
I can't help
boomer-
but see color.
It's a boomer
I'm
subject.
Geordie LaForge. I just see rough shapes. I don't even know if you guys are like men or women or you know what color. It's just kind of like
You know what he needed that for? So he could read so many books.
I honestly don't know what we're talking about.
Yeah,
too
yeah.
young.
I tried to laugh at it like I was like, oh, just 3 dudes commiserating. But I didn't
It's
get it.
butterfly in
It's-
the sky.
Star
There's a
Trek
documentary.
mixed with
There's a
Oh, is
documentary
Reading
on-
Rainbow? Oh, that's his thing from Star Trek.
Don't take
Okay.
my word for it.
Anyway,
When they do book reviews. All right.
Okay.
he may have been related to the woman whose seat I tried to steal.
Maybe.
Maybe.
But how alpha was that?
Yeah.
I give that. You know, it's always better when the alphaness is like a guy and guy situation.
Right.
Yeah.
When it's a woman of color. Honestly,
I'm
With
the-
an older woman of color on a plane, and you're a guy, and you're like, "Hey, bitch, you're in my window
That wasn't
seat."
an exact.
half of his alpha stories are him like standing up to a woman on the phone. Like it's not. What did you? Yeah.
He's like, so there was a little person with muscular dystrophy. And I said, hey, I'm next in line. And then I scooted him through the window.
I kicked his brakes loose and I pushed him down the ramp. Alpha or no? Fahim, do you have an alpha story this week while we wrap it up?
Sure. Yeah, sure.
I didn't get a rate. Are we gonna
Oh,
skip
yeah.
it?
Yeah, I said 2 out of 10. I'm sticking with
You
it.
don't have to. You can skip if you'd like to.
I'll give it a 5.
Okay.
Wow.
Because it would have been way higher if it truly was
Right.
your seat.
Because I did the right thing, regardless
yeah.
of the
But then the result
Right.
takes it down to a 0. So it was
Right.
like a 10, and then it was a 0. So
Okay.
I'm giving you a 5.
I love it.
Because it cancels each other out.
That's more than I was.
So it's a wash.
Okay.
That's a mechanical engineer at work.
Great.
That's how the mind
Aerospace
works.
engineer. I don't know what you
I
do.
gotta pull this. So I have these meals delivered to me just because I'm lazy.
Because you're successful.
No, I mean,
That's successfulness.
I don't know.
Yeah.
Is it?
Yeah.
This is how I'm learning I'm successful. But you could do it. You could do it. Anybody could do it.
Charlie Sheen does that.
It would bankrupt me.
He does?
I remember watching like Inside Edition or something. We talking about one on 2.5 Men. He would have like meals sent to him.
Yeah,
Wow.
but these aren't Charlie Sheen meals. These,
Yeah.
You're like, it's Domino's every morning. I have
I
Domino's.
get these meals sent to me. Yeah, it's like you're getting pizza delivered, bro.
because I was doing like DoorDash and Uber too much, you know? And,
Yeah,
and
that's a side hustle.
no.
Is that what you're saying?
No,
Nothing
no.
wrong with that, Fahim.
That's
It's
true.
It's a strike.
The
and
gig
COVID.
economy.
Although a long time ago, I did do Uber for one ride because they were doing a promo where you get $500 for one ride. So I did one and I never did it again. I
Nice.
just get $500.
That's
when I was living in
genius.
K-Town in the studio, and like I'm like that'd be great money.
Genius.
So I have meals. I have like 6 meals delivered just to make my week easier. And I'm lazy. I don't really cook. I just want to do like things other than cooking. I don't have a
Yeah.
joy for that. So
Yeah.
I forget about it. It's nice to be able to go in the fridge, pop a thing.
It's very
in the
alpha to
oven.
not waste your time preparing meals.
I guess
It is.
and I'm one person, so I don't want to buy all this stuff.
No
and
way.
Then, yeah, like if I had a family
I
or
thought he was 3.
I thought he was.
I'm one person. This is a
Wait,
talking
Fahim,
about
I'm
this.
seeing 2 of you
well,
right now.
again, this goes back to the I situation. But I'm one person, so I get these meals delivered, and normally it comes at the doorstep. I put them in the fridge.
Yeah.
Okay, so I'm out. Where am I out? I'm just out and about, and I get. It's like a mattress delivery. The timing of it sucks. It's like sometimes I'm home, sometimes I'm not, and then when I'm not, like they.
He eats mattresses?
No, but there's like a giant window. You know how when you get a mattress or like Comcast or DirecTV is like, we'll be at your place from anywhere between 6 a.m. and 3 days later. Like,
I'll just be home all the time.
yeah. So
It's always 15 minutes at the end of the window, by the way.
yes,
Always.
they don't even adhere to their windows. So while I'm out and about, it says that it's been delivered, and I'm like, okay, cool. When I get home later tonight from the comedy clubs, my food will be there. I get home, there's no food.
Oh, no.
And I'm like, okay, this sucks. So then I emailed them. I'm like, hey, I did not get my food. You know, or I forgot what I said, but I'm like, I didn't get it basically. Hi, Fahim. Zoe here. Following up on your contact earlier today. I hope you're well. Is this your place? And then it's a picture of my food in front of a door that is not my, I don't know what it's not my, the number's right, but it's like a totally different street and stuff. And then she's like, looking forward to hearing from you. And then this is me having passive aggressive backbone.
Yes, I have that.
I go, no, period. None of the units here even look like that.
Nice.
You've delivered here multiple times already. So odd, there's no picture reference on your end that your drivers can refer to make sure. That's the engineer in me, just to like make the workflow easier. Like,
Yeah.
just have a reference so that you're at the right door.
Yeah.
I'd like a refund or a reference on your, I'd like a refund or a replacement and credit or something. This throws a wrench into my week.
Nice. Way to say it.
Nice.
You wrote
Well,
web.
no, this is my life. You're ruining my life.
Your whole
Threw a
week.
wrench at me.
Your whole week.
My whole week.
You threw a wrench at me.
And then I put my address again. I go, that's my address. You should have it on file.
Wow.
Yeah.
You're being like borderline
That was it.
rude to this lady.
I mean,
No, he's being rude
Alpha.
for standing up for himself.
This is also another alpha story of being rude to a woman that is just doing her best.
Oh, we don't know her. Did you ask for a picture of
Yeah,
her skin?
yes.
of her
She
skin?
said Zoe.
Did you ask
no,
what her
she's
skin
sweet,
looked
I'm
like?
sure. But I mean,
Zoe's a white lady.
Yeah.
it's true. Should I follow up? Be like, are you white? Are
Yeah.
you a person
By the way, I'm
of color or
feeling
white?
bad about this. Are you
Because
white?
If you're white, I feel good. But
yeah.
maybe I did go too hard. I don't know. But I was just pissed.
Yeah. And hungry.
I was hungry.
So what happened?
I did get credit, so I have to do it again. So it's not. I would like a little extra for the inconvenience, but I just have flat out credit. So that sucks. And then I get a call earlier today or a text from some random number. It goes, "Is this your food?" Because my phone number is on the food, I guess. Like, are there? So and then it's like 6 minutes away. So I go and I get it, but it's been sitting overnight. So it's in my fridge, but I'm like, I'm probably gonna get sick if I eat it.
What is the food?
Just different meals.
But what kind? I'm asking. I care about your refrigeration. I've been Googling this stuff recently. There's some things that can stay outside.
I don't know. I would imagine like there's some meat, you know, there's some chicken.
outside.
Is it in like a cold box?
Well, there's a
Dry
pack that was
ice?
melted when I got it. So I don't.
I wouldn't eat it.
Meat can be outside for up to 36 hours.
Are you just want me to have diarrhea? I also don't like the way that you stumbled that much before you said like a super long time. Meat can be out for
Fahim,
72 hours.
You're the best guest we ever had, and I want to do a follow-up episode. And like my alpha move for that one is gonna be like the time I told Fahim that meat is good.
How are the runs, loser? Yeah.
So alpha, right?
Come back.
So alpha.
Hail.
I gave my friend diarrhea on purpose.
That's pretty alpha.
10 out of 10.
Fahim,
Is that alpha or now I feel bad. That I go
Fahim,
too hard.
I was just kidding, man. You're fine.
Fahim, I mean, I'm proud. Can I tell you, like, I feel bad people have jobs and I don't want them to lose their jobs. I feel bad calling people out when they do bad customer service. I'm being sincere.
No, she's not a bad customer service person. She wasn't
the
delivery
other person. And the address was typed in correctly, right?
She did a street that's not even my street.
Right.
Like that's a huge. The address is even on. Like when I went to pick it up, my address is on there.
Right.
So she just went rogue and
Do you think
picked
she's
some
the
other
one that
street.
delivered it? I think she's just working the
not
call
person.
center.
No, yeah. But whoever was the runner is just kind of odd.
But you got
So,
the full refund?
Yeah, I got a full refund.
You got credit?
got credit.
And credit or?
No, just credit.
Oh, I didn't get a full refund. We got credit.
What is the difference? What are you talking about?
No, but that's very fair. Some people like if they for the
credit
principal,
or
they want their
refund?
cash back.
Yeah.
I think I have credit.
Listen, I
You're
appreciate.
going to use it.
I am trying to get better at not apologizing and not being like just you spoke.
I was firm, a little too firm.
You wouldn't have gotten the credits if you weren't
Can
firm.
I tell you what's alpha is? You're telling
It was part of that. That's why I really played it up where I'm like, my week is ruined. It's not ruined.
You really threw a
But
wrench in the week.
yeah.
It's so
there's
it's a funny way. It's also a very polite way to say like you fucked up my life. You've really thrown a wrench in like a 1940s
I'm gonna
way.
kill myself now because my food's not here. I hope you're happy.
There's double alphaness here because you're telling our millions of listeners and viewers what a piece of shit you are. And that's very.
4 out of 10.
Very alpha.
4 out of 10 alpha.
You're showing all the people that work in customer service how you treat them.
Oh man, that's feeding into my spiral.
No, I don't think it was that at all. I think I'm proud of you for standing up for
Guys in
yourself.
the comments, write if I'm a piece of shit or not.
Hey guys, thanks for listening to Almost Alpha. Let us know if Fahim's a piece of shit or not. Watch every Thursday.
All right, why don't we dox him and just throw bricks through his place?
I think no, you just and I want to wrap. I want to make clear because I'm big on like not leaving things weird. You know, you didn't say you were firm. You made it sound you made it sound like I said this and then what you said wasn't as bad as what you said.
But I did drum it up because I did want a refund and I wanted a little extra credit.
Yeah.
Fahim, you were forward. And can I tell you?
Yeah.
I talked to a guy who had a daytime talk show once, and it was
Maury
produced by the
Povich.
same people who produced Dr. Phil's show. And he had a camera guy come up to him and said, "Your show is going to get canceled." And he goes, "Why?" And he says, "Because you're too nice to everyone. Dr. Phil doesn't treat people like this, and his show's a success." So and
Dr. Phil's been selling out the Comedy Store every time it's there.
Dr. Phil is selling so many tickets.
It's
around
like
the
he's
country.
two places at once. It's crazy.
Yeah, it's
So you got what you needed, and it is a struggle in my career. Honestly, it's like speaking up in business and not coming off like a jerk and whatever. But you also need to get what's done. And I've been too nice, and things don't get done. Things get done when you're forward like that.
Hey, watch this. I'm going to prove our point right now. We got to end this show, guys. Thank you so much.
Whoa.
No,
It's what has to happen.
no, we're still talking.
No, we're over. It's just done.
Listen, we're so grateful that Fahim Anwar, one of the funniest comedians in America,
Guys,
and
the best
thank
of
you.
us. And-
Check out the special.
Fellow star of Livin' Maddie, Fahim Anwar.
You know, I did do a guest star
Did do a
as
guest star.
director.
Yeah. And they were going to
Howler-Rooney. That's the episode.
Is it really?
I think it's on YouTube if you want to see.
they were going to ask you back, and then I was like,
episode.
Oh, you
Jim
really?
Brewer.
Oh no, you got Jim.
We got Jim. Yeah.
This is next
on,
episode.
Indy.
We'll get into Liv and Maddie. We'll get into your aerospace engineering
Oh boy.
history. But for real, check out Fahim Anwar's new special and his old special.
Yeah, Hat Trick.
Yeah.
That's on my YouTube as well.
You're one of the funniest people
Thanks,
working right now, man.
Thanks,
You're so
guys.
great.
Yeah. I mean, I saw this podcast and stuff. I'm like, oh, that looks fun.
Thank you, everybody.
What an episode. What an episode.
We did it.
We did it. Honestly, Fahim's one of the funniest people, guys. Check out Fahim Anwar. Check out Taylor Williamson live at the Comedy Store if you want to see a comedy special that is just as good. And go to Almost Alpha on YouTube to watch a podcast that looks good. And
Is
every
good.
Thursday, we'll have a new episode that you can listen to wherever you find your podcasts or on YouTube if you want to see us look at each other while we talk.
Thank you,
On
everybody.
3, Hawk
Hawk
Tuah!
I forgot what the word was.